Good morning and welcome to the program this morning. This is Bystanders at the Newsstand. I am Christian Chuku. I will say a big welcome. Today is the 22nd of June 2022. 22nd June 2022, a typical day in the year. 22nd of June 2022. And we are here to get people talking on topical issues that we have this morning. I would say a big welcome to everyone that is online, wherever you are in Nigeria and also in the diaspora. Welcome to the program this morning. Welcome to the program this morning. Okay, yes, our analysts are here this morning. They're here to do justice to these headlines, and we have topics to talk about, reports to talk about this morning. As our point of focus, the president spoke yesterday, and there are two things he spoke about. He talked about the insecurity, and also he talked about the economy. Let's start with the New Telegraph this morning. Kaduna train abduction. The president said, secure release of captives. Buhari orders security chiefs agencies. Secure release of captives. Buhari orders security agencies. Says he will endorse Tinubu as Nigeria's president. Names Amechi Akpabio on orders replacement. Yes, yesterday a replacement was made for the presidential aspirants that resigned from their ministerial posts. Secure release of captives. Buhari orders security agencies after 85 days. After 85 days, this is a standing order from the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces. Electoral Act, why reps motion to override Buhari's assent stalled. Electoral Act, why reps motion to override Buhari's assent stalled. It seems there is no unity in the House of Reps. The president is having a field day when they come together. Again, terrorists invade Autumn's village, kill 16. Again, terrorists invade Autumn's village, kill 16. UN is saying that 4.1 million people risk hunger, death in Northeast. 4.1 million people risk hunger, death in the Northeast. Okowa, Ijo Youth call for Niger Delta people's support, says PDP biggest party in the region. On Okowa, as the vice presidential candidate of the PDP, Ijo Youth call for Niger Delta people's support. Say PDP biggest party in the region. Also, 2022, INEC recruits COP members, people with disabilities as ad hoc staff. INEC recruits COP members, people with disabilities as ad hoc staff. Also, federal government has done nothing to warrant suspension of strike. Federal government has done nothing to warrant the suspension of the strike. July 20, court to hear suit challenging article citizenship. Court to hear suit challenging citizenship. Let's look at the Vanguard this morning. The CGN break silence blast colleagues on the condition of service in the Supreme Court. Supreme Court judges are protesting against the high-handedness of the CGN, the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Tanko Muhammad. Designate IPOB as terror group, Buhari urges Western allies. Designate IPOB as terror group, Buhari urges Western allies. That is our main headline today. Now, Governor of Ondo State, Akeredolu, has revealed that forests across Nigeria are taken over by terrorists. Akeredolu, forests across Nigeria taken over by terrorists. So what is the military saying, and what is the armed forces saying about this? Why would the governor give us the information? If not, if the Chief of Army Staff is not giving us, sir. Says we need global help to fight them. We need global help to fight them. Buhari seeks use of kinetic, non-kinetic means to free kidnapped railway passengers. And Senate alerts military over terrorists then in Kwara, Niger State. We are surrounded. We are surrounded. That is what I am, the report I'm getting this morning. PDP Ondo government trade wars over our massacre. Buhari defends Emefiele's economic policies. Yes. And Ohanese is saying we didn't endorse Tinubu. Sunday Igboho, no going back on Yoruba Nation agitation. No going back. I have Mr. David. Mr. David. I have Mr. David. Okay. I have Pastor Matthew. Good morning. That is for you. Good morning. Is it a check?
No, it's not a check.
Let's start with the CGN and the Supreme Court Justice. They are accusing the CGN of not being sincere with the condition of service, this high-handedness. Oh, listen.
Okay. Well, I think the CGN was saying that the judges, he mentioned a particular vehicle that they all have as their official car. But I think what I can understand is, it is understandable that there is problem in every sector of Nigeria's economy. And if the judges are raising issues as to their welfare, their condition of service, I think it's not up to the CGN to start defending himself. I think it is good they look into it. Because part of the reason we are finding problem in judiciary arm of government is because, one, their welfare may not be well taken care of. Their package, their take home may not be well taken care of. That is why you see that some judges will stoop so low to start collecting money to give judgment. If they are well paid and their welfare is well taken care of, you will find out that they will bring in they will give the best. But what I'm trying to say in essence is, if there's allegation of high-handedness on the part of the leadership of that arm of the government, I think it calls for a thorough and in-depth investigation, because you cannot be a judge in your own case. There should be an independent, unbiased investigation.
How would they not seek redress?
There are so many ways to seek redress. Okay. If I know the NJC, so the National Judicial Commission, the CGN heads it. But in such a circumstance, if you are being accused, you can be advised to step aside, and there will be an independent panel to investigate what actually transpired.
Who would advise him to step aside?
It's not when you say NJC, there are members. It's not one man show. He's not just the one. It's not. There are other members who will sit together and take decision. And apart from that, they can take their case to National Assembly, because whether I like it or not, National Assembly have a way of oversighting all the other arms of government. Because if you appropriate fund for judiciary, you as National Assembly that appropriate that fund have right of oversight over the fund you appropriate. So if there's an allegation of misappropriation of fund or being mismanaged, I think they can equally go back to National Assembly who appropriated that fund and seek redress. So there are so many areas without resorting to the leadership of the judiciary for remedy. Because there's no way you can be a judge in your own case and there will be justice. So I think people who are concerned should seek redress in National Assembly.
Okay, let's say designate Ipob as terror group. Buhari urges Western allies.
I think the premises upon which he's making that statement is faulty. I think the premises upon which, yes, Mr. President is making that
let it be bold. It's small, they will not see it.
The premise upon which Mr. President is seeking for that IPOB be designated a terrorist organization by Nigerian technical partners globally is faulty. Because how can you convince the world, Nigerians, that IPOB is responsible for blowing oil pipelines. I don't think so. Because we have seen in the past where men, emancipation of Niger Delta, yes, movement for emancipation of Niger Delta. We have seen when they held sway in terms of crisis in Niger Delta, all to the point where Yar'Adua then as the president have to tinker with amnesty. We saw what happened when ministers surrendered their arms in the likes of Boilo, Ateke Tom, Tompolo, and all. And none of them were part of IPOB. So I don't know what Mr. President is trying to make out of it. I see it as a way of giving drug a bad name in order to hang it. I don't think, because if you look at areas where pipelines are majorly vandalized, it is always in the Niger Delta part of the country. I quite agree that Ohajebema in Imo State has oil. But what's the percentage of oil that comes from Imo State compared to the level of vandalism, generally speaking? So I think I strongly disagree with the position of the president that IPOB is responsible for oil pipe vandalism. But if you look at the other time, Oshibanjo went to Niger Delta to broker peace. So if the relative peace we are even getting in Niger Delta is as a result of the peace that was initiated by Oshibanjo. But if you look at the approach of governance of this government, we are not, they should be happy that they're enjoying this level of peace. Because what has this government done to even enjoy peace? Look at the way they stifle the economy. What I'm saying is they stifle the economy. The common man is not enjoying any infrastructure. The common man is not enjoying anything from the government. A government that failed to address insecurity, almost every strata of the society is having their own share of level of insecurity. Look at the oil and gas sector. The record having that this government has spent 1.48 trillion in maintaining Nigerian refineries. As we speak, we are not refining even a little of PMS in any of the refineries. Look at the crisis in the downstream sector of the economy currently. And the government is, I think you can see queues surfacing everywhere in Nigeria. I have a situation where the federal government is saying that because the marketers, they are loading more than what we are supposed to consume, that they are taking to outside country, neighboring countries, and they try to reduce what they load. According to what I've read, that they are loading up to 105 liters of PMS a day, 105 million liters of PMS a day. That the federal government tried to cut it down to about 60 million liters. That is why you see queue surfacing. And on the other hand, the marketers are saying that their running cost is high because the cost of diesel, yeah, with which they transport this PMS is going high.
What if it gets to 1,500?
You can only imagine what the hardship Nigerians will have to pass through. What I'm saying is that, generally speaking, the government of Muhammadu Buhari have failed woefully. They have failed because how can you tell me a situation where you have spent 1.48 trillion naira to repair the refineries, and we all know that about 100 million can build a modular refinery. This money would have been put to good use to build modular refineries in all the geopolitical zones, and you have spent it on turnaround maintenance. We are not seeing results. So tell me the area Mr. President will say he have recorded success.
Okay.
Yesterday he's not telling the security chiefs to go and rescue victims of Kaduna train attack.
President asked you to suspend the strike. ASU says
on what basis should they suspend
has done nothing.
On what basis should they suspend it? Is it that even the same country where the Accountant General is being accused of embezzling 80, if not more than 80 billion naira? How much is that ASU asking for? Is it not the same country where the federal government under this fiscal year have borrowed $200 million to fund mosquito nets? So what's the basis of asking ASU to have they addressed their challenge, their concerns? Let me tell you this: if Nigeria gets it right in the area of education, they would have solved half of Nigerian problem. Because we are talking about human capital development, and that has to do with experience, knowledge, and skill that is needed to drive the economy. And you are paying lip service to it because the ministers, governors, senators, the president children are not involved. They take their children to outside the country to acquire better education.
Okay.
So on what basis are you asking them to resume?
Pastor Matthew, thank
Thank
you
you for having me.
Pastor, you like the name Pastor, Abi? Pastor Matthew, you like the name?
It's a good name.
Okay, thank you. Mazi Chigozi, good morning, Mazi Chigozi. We need global help because our forests across Nigeria has been taken over by terrorists. That governor of Ondo State.
In the person of who?
Akeredolu.
From the southwestern region. Well, I think is it help from the reviewers or help from who?
Global help, global countries, international communities.
Okay, international communities. Okay, now I understand where you're
of
countries. Okay, of Obodo Yibos and those in diaspora, right? Well, I hope they will come to his aid because for him to be crying out, he is the first citizen of those states who also, of course, have access to the security votes, which was in billions. And I hope, is it calling that they should send dollars to him or pounds? Because Naira is no longer available. What is it actually looking for? Is it to send dollar or pounds?
When a terrorist surround your area, if you are calling for help, are you calling for money? Are you asking for money or are you asking
He's calling for help from abroad. Aid? And he belongs to Nigeria, right? So what is the government of Nigeria doing?
Probably they are failed. That's why he's calling for help. Probably.
Probably. That's why I don't like this Nigerian journalist. When you see black, you call it white. It is very clear that why he is not crying. He is helpless. Why? Because the Nigerian state has failed him. Not just him, but the entire Ondo indigenes or citizens or residents. What is that? That cry from a sitting governor of APC extraction, right? APC extraction, where some people say that it's their turn to rule. So clearly that the Nigerian state has failed. You can no longer hear it from me. It's not coming from a sitting president. By implication, the country has failed humanity, not just on the state governments, not just the people, residents or indigenous people of Ondo states. That's why over 2 million people calling for safety. They have been surrounded by terrorists. You can see the recent attack. I learned a few days after that same attack, Sunday Cathedral at murder at the cathedral. They were also attacked. There have been series of attacks going on. That's why he came now to speak out that they have been surrounded with machineries, foreign machineries. We equipped, who are trained militias from Libya, from other sub-African countries.
How did they get in?
That is the fundamental. With the security build-up of checkpoints, with the immigration officers, with the DSS, with the Nigerian military navies, manning the borders. How? To the extent that the potential monumental to not just but the entire region, Nigerian states.
Breaking. They break. Continue.
Is this okay now?
Yeah.
So it is a clear indication that the Nigerian state has failed. For a sitting governor of his caliber to cry out to international communities, he's no longer crying out to the president of Nigeria. He's no longer crying out to the senators and the so-called representatives. He's not crying out to the security chiefs, but he's crying out to foreign aids. International communities to come to their aid because they are more or less endangered species, that the cultural inheritance and the life of the average on those residents or indigenous are at risk of being exterminated. And it's unfortunate that, of course, I hope the so-called international community will come to his help. But that may just be a cheap way of expressing his disappointment and his failure.
Okay, now we have
the people within Ondo State should rise up and defend themselves, because nobody is coming to their rescue. Whatever it takes to defend yourself, defend. What I'm interested in is to defend whatever that will make you safe and secure, whatever that can preserve your cultural heritage, your ancestral home, that of your sons and daughters, your brothers and your mothers and fathers. This is what should be given priority. So you should start crying out for them to send him dollar to eat. What is he doing with those security votes are located to Ondo State? You should use it to equip the youth of Ondo State, because these militias are not backing down. They meant business. They have seen that that is a very, of course, the right opportunity to exterminate the entire people within those regions, not just within those regions. This is just a system or a project, of course, designed to exterminate the entire country.
The president has said that the Western allies should designate IPOB as a terror group.
Of course, do you expect anything different from him? You don't expect anything different from a man who has failed to secure his own kinsmen in Katsina State. They have been left at the mercy of insurgency, Boko Haram banditry. So what did he call those people? He should close in face in shame. A man who refused, who failed to protect his own people, is now calling for a Western country to proscribe IPOB. They are not gullible, they are not animals as they are. You see, these are people who respect human rights, who respect the sanctity of life, who act objectively. They are not blinded to religious or ethnic bigots or sentiments. These are people who saw things the way things should be.
Okay.
Is it a crime for someone? Look at now, if an Ondo people decide to canvass or join the agitation for Oduduwa restoration, will you blame them? Do you have to blame them? Because they have justification. They have rights based on the current realities that the Nigerian government has failed to protect them. So if the Ondo indigenes should join the pursuit for the actualization of the Oduduwa nation, of course, which I will say that is the best and the only option left for them, for survival. Because if they fail to do that, it is just a matter of time. They will all be wiped out. And not that the government, Akridolu, or the failed government of Nigeria will come to their aid. So it is not a crime to come or in pursuance of your own liberty and self-preservation, to call for an independent state where the culture, of course, and the cultural heritage of your people and life can be preserved. Look at a sitting governor crying out. Do you know what it means to be a governor? Let me say, a governor in US cannot cry out. A mayor in Mexico cannot. I mean, he is entrusted with the responsibility of protecting life and property, but unfortunately, he can't even command. He can't command a fly. So what kind of country is that?
An indictment on the sovereignty of that nation.
That is an indictment. It shows that the sovereignty of that state has been usurped, has been compromised. Because if acclaimed terrorists can invade your territory, begin to unleash mayhem, horror on your supposed citizens, and the supposed government failed to come to the rescue of this these victims consigned, then what is that country? What are you calling for?
Okay, secure release of captives and Buhari other security agencies. Talking about the Kaduna train adoption. After 85 days, he gave a standing order that the military officers should secure their release.
By that singular act, that simply reaffirmed the reality, the fact that Nigeria is a fair state. After 3 months or close to 3 months, your supposed citizens have been held captive within your territory, which you claim to have been under your control, which you claim sovereignty, which you claim supremacy. Acclaimed terrorists, the fourth most deadly terrorists in the history of humanity, the Fulani militias, are holding these people to ransom, collecting ransom on your supposed citizens, held them captive for close to 85 days, over if not 3 months, and you are still making noise. Chief security agencies. These are garbage, bundle of garbage. They have failed humanity. It's very unfortunate that people will still be clamoring for election, clamoring for 2023.
Thank you very much.
When the supposed citizens, of course, stand the risk of being exterminated. Look at Ondo governor crying out because he have seen that he's helpless and his people are being killed, taken to the slaughter on daily basis. And you think that every sensible humanity will be happy with such development?
Okay.
What kind of country where people have no rights, have lost their life to live, and people are dying? The only investment achievement on daily basis is killing and serious of killing, nothing else.
Okay,
on this premise, of course, you can justify the call for the restoration of Biafran state.
Thank you very much.
That is the only panacea and the only way to change and to end this ugly and destructive narrative called Nigeria.
I have a Waba.
Hey, Mr. Christian Chukwu. My brother, this one that you're on black, when we will never even start anything, it's like you are warming up.
If you remove your singlet, you're also on black.
Yes, you know very well, Thank you very much.
Okay, forests across Nigeria taken over by terrorists. That's from the governor of Ondo State.
Governor
asking for international help.
Okay, he's asking for international help. When the massacre happens in that Ondo, he was crying. But when lions cry, you know what the other animals will do in the bush. But to show that he is not lion, he's just crying crocodile cry. Because if you call yourself a lion who is governing a state, such a thing occur. If you are a lion or a son of your father, you will know what you will do. The action will show that yes, you are a son of your father and you are a lion. Because by giving you such a position in a state, as a governor of a state, the state know that yes, you have what it takes to govern the state. But look at what is going on inside church. Killing people, massacring people inside the church of God. And you keep quiet, crying like a baby. What we are crying? Where we are crying take you to? We are crying help you. Even if your tears full of pockets, I don't know the action. Oga, you are nobody. Yes. If you know, and you want to fight for your people, and you are a governor of such a state, that such incident take place, Oga, nobody will tell you what to do. Buhari will not stay in that lot and be telling you what to do here. You say the Boko Harams or so-called ISWAP are full of all the Ondo land or forest, and you kept quiet.
Forests across Nigeria, not only
across Nigeria. He will say they are in the forest in his own state now, because where most things is happening now is that place. Yes, 40 people killed inside church is in your state. So forget about other states, other forests in other states. Fight for your own first. Forget about other states. When it happen for East, they know as they go. They know the person. Yes. If Malam come, they know about Malam. They know about Fulani headsmen. They know about ISWAP to do such a thing in East. Oga. Even if such a thing take place Buhari will use trailer to come and pack them in their dead bodies. Yes, because
let's look at Buhari is asking Western countries and allies to proscribe or designate IPOB as a terrorist group.
You know why? You know why? There is a statement that I will use here.
No, we are on live.
They will say, yeah. I'm cursing somebody. If there is a statement that I will use here, they will say, I'm cursing somebody.
Yeah, you're a gentleman.
Yes, somebody should respect himself. Respect yourself. The seat you are inside, respect it. Because first to respect yourself, a child will insult you. What is your business? Okay, you call yourself a president of the nation, and no security, no food, no light, no fuel. They are talking of Ipob. Has Ipob come to North? Have Ipob come with private jet or helicopter to be massacring people in Kaduna? Is it Ipob? Why are you calling her Ipob? What is your business? Is Ipob?
The people that
he's president of Fulanis. Hence, I'm concerned because this is the president of Nigeria. The situation of Nigeria today is nowhere to write home about. The condition of this nation today is nowhere to write home about. So we don't have a president. Hence, I'm concerned.
No president.
Yes, what is president? Do you know what president is called in the world? When you're president, you have authorized to secure your territory or your country. But you are old man there. You call yourself a president. Look at the kidnap people in Renwe. Renwe, people who have adopted by Boko Haram. Nobody is talking anything about them. They are there. Some of them are saying that some of them are developing mental problems. They kill people, they massacre people in our war. In Kaduna, they kidnapped 3 and adopted 3 30s. And you say you're a president. You are talking of Ipob. If I curse you about that thing, don't ever mention Ipob in your mouth again. Don't ever mention Ipob in your mouth again. You have people that are calling you Nankadede every day, coming to your place to beg you food in North, and you are laughing because those ones they are stark illiterate. They don't know that you are eating what belongs to them. I'm talking of Northern youth. They don't know the food. They don't know what belongs to them. They don't know their rights. They are calling you Nankadede, calling Atiku Nankadede, calling Joe Flodanjuma Nankadede, calling Babangida Nankadede. They are calling you Nankadede, and you are eating and you are giving them their rights. You are begging you to give them their rights, and you are serving the money that belongs to people. You are serving it for your unborn bastard children, and calling yourself a president of a country. Look at what is going on in Nigeria.
Okay.
If anybody call you a president of this country,
he's the president of the.
I don't want to. Better respect yourself, sir.
Okay.
So I still have other things to say. I believe that I'm coming. Let me finish my mind. So now,
you say you're going somewhere. That's
I'm going somewhere.
Oh, yeah, let's have
I told you that I lost. They stole they stole my tools. Yes, 4 days ago. They stole my tools.
Everything has.
Who are those that stole my goods? It's Walam. It's Walam. Yes. In the jungle, they stopped me. The tools that I'm offering to buy over 6 years now. My tools bag. I'm going to work at the great.
We are going to work this morning.
Yes.
And you don't have any tools.
I don't have any tools. They are calling me for work. You're telling me to be happy. I'm robber. Crimes high. The highest. In short, the crime I've never seen in this country is what is going on. 80 boys gone, but last in this same country. Then what will I use? Everything. Okay? I'm angry. No money to buy the tools. Nothing. They're telling me to be happy. To be happy for what? Okay? Let them divide this country into 4 places or 5 places. If I'm a organizer in Biafran land, I'll be a happier man. If I'm the organizer there, I'll be happy.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Thank
now
you
for me to be suffering and tell me inside the Nigeria.
Thank you very much.
They are fucked up country with fucked up rulers. Fucked up people.
Thank you very much, Mwamba. Yeah, tomorrow. We'll see you tomorrow. Yeah. I have Mr. David.
No, let me just
Mr. David.
Quickly. No.
Mr. David.
Allow me. Let me.
Okay. Mr. Good morning.
Morning, sir. I had to
appease
Mr. David.
He's a honorable.
He's an honorable man,
honorable.
but he doesn't want to contest. So if he's willing, we are going to give him that seat.
He's saying that Nigeria is not for him.
It's not him that is saying it. Is that
okay? Forests across Nigeria taken over by terrorists.
I hate people talking anyhow. Take action.
What do you think he can do?
He should take action.
What's the little he can do?
He should take action.
What are the actions he should take?
In Ekiti State, when Fayose took action, the territory was secure. He can do, there's a way he can do. The whole place will be secure. He should stop going on the news and be making noise. Noise making does not solve the problem. Take action.
Okay, let's look at Senate secure release of captives. Buhari orders security agencies. That is those abducted at the Kaduna train attack.
Who are you? We don't have security architecture.
He gave a standing order.
The standing order will not work because the president and those in the cabinet, the Senate, they know who these people that are kidnapping, harassing people, they know them. They know them. Are you going to tell me that the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the government, wants to get something today? They give the military 1 hour to produce. When they produce, our president and the rest know what is going on. They are the finances, they are the one financing all these things.
Are you speculating?
My brother, let me tell you the truth. Let them kidnap the president's son today. Let them kidnap the president's son today and see whether they will not get it within 2 hours, within 5 minutes, they will get him out. There are a lot of things that are going on that we need to tell ourselves the truth. My take is this, and I want to tell you that this government knows the people that are doing these things. They know the people that are doing it. A former head of state, late Sonia Abacha. Late Sonia Abacha said, if terrorists occur in a state or in a country within 2 hours, the government, 24 hours, the government in power knows about it. So I stand to be corrected on this platform. If this federal government can climb up on the IPOB, who are the Boko Harams? It's just unfortunate. They are killing the system.
Okay, let's look at ASU. Pressure on ASU to suspend the strike. ASU has replied saying that federal government has done nothing to warrant suspension of strike.
It's still buttressed on. We don't have a government. We don't have a government.
These people stay at home forever.
The best approach, when we say commander-in-chief of the armed forces, is not only to use to terrorize the IPOB, terrorize the Oduduwa Republic, Sunday Igboho and co. You call them to negotiation. What do you actually need? We have Nelson Mandela. You call them. This is 10-point agenda. 10-point agenda. 10-point agenda. The federal government is going to solve 6. Oh yeah, go and start work.
And they'll be sincere.
They'll be sincere. They will sign. But this government are not doing anything. They are just playing the citizen because their children are not in Nigeria. Take for example, Abdul Salam. Abdul Salam is not feeling fine. They rushed him to abroad. What stops him from taking medical attention in Nigeria?
And they have been in power for a very long time.
They have been in power for a very long time. He's enjoying medical facility, but if they treat Nigeria well, it's supposed to be treated in Nigeria.
What's your final thought?
My final take is this: if structure cannot give us light, structure cannot give us good roads, structure is giving us all this wrong thing. Let us go for the one that don't have structure and see whether it will give us the right way.
Yeah, that's where you are now. The one that don't have.
I am speaking my mind. I am speaking my mind. Structure has failed us. Structure has what? Has failed us.
Okay, thanks very much, Mr. Felix. I have Mr. Kule. Mr. Kule, let me start with structure has failed us. What's your take?
Yeah, structure has failed us. Definitely, that one, we are on punch on that. Structure has failed us, and we too has failed the structure because we knew the structure is there already, and to do it the needful way, we never follow the structure in a needful way. So that's how it has failed us. It has failed the youth set because we know the structure on ground, but we never monitor the structure that we allow them to monetize the structure.
Monetize?
Yeah, to monetize the structure. We never use the structure to the gainful aspect of it, but we use the structure, we follow the structure for the wrongful aspect of it. That is the issue of 5,000 for votes, stomach infrastructure. So that's where the structure, that's where the structure failed us. When they use the same structure they brought to us, that we're supposed to stick to that structure, they now added up stomach infrastructure, which is monetization. Take money and vote. 5,000 for Sebe. Take 5,000 and cook soup. Take 10,000 for campaign meeting. So that is.
Well, let's look at ASU. Federal government has done nothing to warrant a suspension of strike. How long will these students stay at home?
For God's sake.
How long will they
For
stay
God's sake. I know the solution to federal to ASU problem. The solution is all those looters, all those heavyweight looters, the one that stole 80 billion, they should retrieve that money back from him. The one that stole pension fund, they should retrieve that money from him. The one that stole the Federal Reserve empty, they should retrieve the money from them and pay ASU. That is just simple. At least the accountant general, that they said they stole 80-something billion. He must have stolen more than that. That is what the one they could recover. That is what I'm telling you. This country is finished already. This is no more a country. I'm telling you, because there's no governance, there's no infrastructure, structural infrastructure. I mean, there's no, physical infrastructure you can see that is working. Nothing is working. So how do you want to rate a failed state? Those are the symptoms you use to rate a failed state. So to me, no messiah on earth as it is now that can fix up this country back. That is why I say the referendum.
We see people talking about Tinubu, Atiku, and Obi.
You see, you talk of the people talking about Tinubu, Atiku, Obi. How many of them are bona fide registered? Voters. How many of them has voters card? How many of them do they issue voters card to? You see, the problem here now, the youth has been caged. You see youth on social media. You have youth on social media now. The campaign of the youth, the agenda of the youth is on social media. And the problem now, by the time you are exposing yourself on the social media, you are not helping the matters. Let your plan stay with you. And when you are strategizing your plan, don't sell out your plan. Because once you sell out your plan to the enemy, they will re-strategize. That is why I keep saying there are some that are abusive, especially the Obi supporters on social media. They are very abusive. Everybody know that. I did a survey. I did a survey yesterday. A lot of people were the same what a lot of people are saying. Obi a good man, quite all right, but the followers, it's not by abusive. It's not by even one of the viewers called me one day. Say, see reason why we have to vote this Obi, and he strategized it. You let people. You could see the article. People are articulating, right? You've never seen them yabbing anybody. You see Tinubu people, they've never yabbed anybody. But they will not see people that want us to bring a president, that want us to bring Obi as president. Look at the way they are doing. Look at the way they're talking. You don't bring down your candidate with the word of your mouth. Instead of doing that, find a way of strategize your way out of Obi. I expected them to be strategizing and keep your plan to them. Anybody that is saying anything, you just look at him. So far, you have your strategy in your hand then.
Okay, let's look at lastly, designate Ipob as terror group. Buhari urges Western allies.
We've been saying that. Minus the killer squad. in the east, unknown gunmen, minus them. I mean, Southeast should do the Ipob that they are saying they are not part of the killing. So they are agitators. As I've been told, they are agitators. So you cannot call an agitator a terrorist. Same thing, you cannot call Kanu a terrorist because he said Oha that he wasn't part of the killing. He didn't order anybody to go and kill, and he did not count him with rifle that is killing somebody. So to tag somebody a terrorist, man, you need to have evidence. But to me as well, the killings in the Southeast should stop. I told you sometimes ago, the Igbo worldwide, the Igbo society worldwide, that's the global, body of the Igbo. They condemn it, what is happening in Anambra, and they told everybody that Soludo was not prepared for leadership role is in Anambra. So the leadership failure is what the Igbo lack. Leadership failure is what the Yoruba lack. The Yoruba lack. Leadership failure is what the Hausa lack. That is why Fulani has seen the lacuna, they saw the lacuna, and they penetrated the lacuna, that this country is no more a country.
Let's look at forests across Nigeria taken over by terrorists.
That's been long. That's been long. A former president came.
Why is it that the military are not telling us this?
They won't, because he would dictate the piper, dictate the tune. Who will blow the piper, dictate the tune, right? So nobody want to lose their rank. No, so you could see the one that spoke out, the Commodore, that Yoruba man Commodore. You could see. Are you hearing of him again? They must have told him, Meshon, keep short. So for us to liberate ourselves, for us to get out of this, right, we need that referendum. And I'm saying, if we cannot get referendum by support of the current government, we can get it by this election. Let everybody go and vote their leader. Any leader that comes from your place, let the citizen vote them separately. By the time we have 4 presidential presidential candidates on ground, nobody will tell anybody that, okay, and nobody want to step down. If any one of them decided not to step down, we can do it that way. That is another, way we can go peacefully. Okay. I'll stick to my own person in Southwest here. You stick to your own person in Southeast. You stick to your own person in South-South. You stick to your own person in North. So we have 4 presidential, president-elects. So when we have that, and nobody should step down for each other. So we'll be forced to embark on that referendum. Oh yeah, everybody, you want from Zoso, go and rule yourself. I think if that one can happen, we are good to go, because this country cannot work. It cannot work. JB, as it is, it has turned to regional voting. I will vote for the person in my region. So it will take care. Well, if we fail to do the needful, we know how to handle it. We won't have to go to Abuja. The federalism we are practicing is not working, right? The federalism we are practicing is bringing division, is bringing hatred, is bringing, corruption. So in referendum I tag, and in 4 presidential elect I tag. Let every region go and vote there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Vote according to your.
Mr. David. Good morning, Mr. David. Good morning, Mr. David.
Good morning.
Yes,
good morning to you, Mr. Chukwu. A very wonderful morning to you and to the viewers abroad and to the CEO of Flip TV, Mr. Buhari.
Let's start with ASU. Federal government has done nothing to warrant suspension of the strike. That is from ASU.
Is that?
Federal government has done nothing to warrant suspension of the ASU strike. There is pressure on ASU to suspend the strike.
The federal government are even happy that ASU, that the strike is still on.
They are happy?
Yes, federal government is happy, because these people, set of people called the political elites, don't want us to be educated. They want us to be stagnant. Because how do you best explain this? If truly they want us to make an estimate out of our certificates, government would create industry for us. Government should have, in the first place, ASU would not have embarked on strike. Government would have made sure that put every strategies in place to make sure that that strike is being put on hold. They have called us to a round table. It shows the government are not sincere. The government don't value education. We are in a society whereby society does not value education. Our fourth use is education now. Going to school now. Going to school. Most people are now regretting going to school. Let me not say I regret to some extent because of fourth use. Ever since we those of us that have graduated, there's no use. We've not used our degree to work just for one day. So now government is saying is that it is on. Let us keep these people in bondage. They will not be. These people will not access education. So if they cannot access education, there's no way they can liberate themselves from this political slavery. So because if really education, they say, is the bedrock of what every society. Since February, students have been at home. The students that say they will go to Abuja and disrupt every February, I said none of them will go there. I told you because these guys will surround themselves with all the security apparatus in Nigeria. You will see Air Force, see Navy, see NDLA, see EFCC. You will see everybody there. You cannot access them. So that is what I'm saying. Is that the government on their own does not want people to go to school. They want us to be stuck illiterate.
And we are doing nothing towards that.
There's
nothing we can do.
There's nothing who can do. Let them fight for themselves.
You have a child and
I don't have a child. I don't have a child now. And I will have a child in Nigeria. You say you have a let those if truly they feel is who welcome Ashwaju when he came back on Sunday. The same people that are children are at home since February. They are supposed to welcome Ashwaju. Who welcome Atiku when he won the Buhari? The same people, parents that their children are at home. They cannot access education. My mother, see, I don't want to educate any electorate again. Any electorate they want to have sense, let them have sense. Anyone they want to be stupid, let them be stupid. I've told you, I cannot come on here and start educating people on what to do again. If you like, sell your votes. Sell your votes. You don't concern me again. Because every year, every day, we keep preaching, we keep advising people. These people you vote advise, they refuse to change. So, of what use? Don't advise them again. Because if tomorrow, now, the woman that was happy to have sold her vote in the just concluded Ekiti election, that's 10,000 naira. The woman cooked soup on Saturday, and that soup now might have been finished. The soup is finished. Now that same woman now will not suffer again for that 4 years. And now you want me to pity the woman? I will not pity her. If that means she need to suffer. No. She need to suffer so that she have sense. She need to suffer. No, let the suffering continue. I have told you, any government that comes, we suffer, we don't suffer. Everybody suffering.
Now that we're having for 300 naira, can we still cope?
Let them carry to 500. It's a local development. I've always told you. See, my mother, these people you are sympathizing with, they are not sympathizing for themselves. They are not ready to welcome change. They are not ready. Fuel is how much now? Nobody is saying anything. How much is this now? Nobody is saying anything. Now, you want me to start speaking for your country? Is it possible? Let them have sense. So that when someone has killed them, everybody will not say, what can we do? We never start to suffer. We see somebody has never started.
Imagine 300 for petrol, and this is 1,500. Imagine. How much will be transport?
It's not expensive now. At least, at the companies, At least your company used to buy this one.
We are facing hell.
You are not facing here.
No,
you are not facing here.
We don't have much to spend.
If you are facing here,
running costs.
if
we are facing
here,
hell.
all the media houses will shut down operation and trip to the streets. If only Nigerians are facing here, everybody will occupy the streets of Lagos, occupy the streets in the respective state, and say government enough is enough. You are not facing here. You cannot say you are facing here. And now you are not coming out to what express your grievances. You are not facing here. If you are facing here, Flip TV would partner with TVC channels, troop out the streets and say enough is enough. You not sit in your office and say you are facing here. Buhari, what Buhari said today? Buhari said the lives of Nigeria has improved.
Yes.
Even he said, see, our lives are now improved compared to the previous government. Imagine, man, what is making mockery of us? It's because you know that when he made that statement, we will not react. We will not react because I think Buhari knows that
activists won't do anything.
He knows that if you had pronounced such utterances, people should have trooped out of the street and said no, which life has improved. The only business now in Nigeria now is kidnapping business. That is the only industry we have. That is the only industry of kidnapping now. That is the only industry we have now. No industry again. The only industry now that is thriving now is kidnapping and banditry. No more industry again. Nobody. And now Buhari have the effrontery to say the life of Nigerians has what improved under his watch. It shows Buhari has taken us for a fool. It shows that even if he said us, Mr. Lucky will not react, you will not react, I will not react. I
am going to react here.
No, and then media houses will sit down and still cover them again and still collect money. Women like activists, women like active. They are not connected with federal government just to make money. Look at the lives of people. Look at everybody's face.
I'll take an example.
Look at everybody's face. Since Mr. Kusen, since like 5 days now, I've just slept with lights in your house. I used to sleep outside now. I sleep outside and security.
Mosquito is not here.
Mosquito, yes. You don't have choice. For lately now, I've been sleeping outside. I've been sleeping outside because inside house is like hellfire. Outside is hell. Suffering and spoiling in the country. And now you are saying our life has improved. How has it improved?
What are your plans? What are you planning in this Nigeria? What are your plans in Nigeria? This Nigeria?
You cannot have plans in Nigeria.
Because shut down.
Because today you might
shut down.
Today you might draft out a business plan. Tomorrow you cannot set load. Which plan? The plan is let everybody troop out to the streets. We cannot always come to Flip TV and start condemning again. It is high time. Since let us take drastic action, Mr. Peter. Action need to be taken. How can you see? How do you best explain this? A man of 40 years that cannot feed his or herself. Sorry, that cannot feed himself. That cannot even rent a room apartment. For how long can we continue like this? Of what use is the government? Do you have government? Look at you. Look at me. Of you, what does better pass you? Why now? Why does better pass you? Because we don't do for media houses. That is the only way it's better pass you.
I give it 12 minutes.
Literally, you go to the market. Today you buy rice for 40,000. Tomorrow you buy. Come on. How much is picnic now? Picnic is now 700 naira.
Hey.
700 naira.
Okay.
Picnic.
Okay.
Yes, picnic is 700 naira in the country. But even the media people are not shouting. Please, the CEO of Flip TV should also please contribute to what's happening in Nigeria. These people have sold us. Every day.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, let me call you.
Good morning, Mr. Lusky.
I hear you say. Let me call you back. Let me call you.
What we see every day on the streets, sometimes we cannot explain the suffering that people are going through.
You see, my brother just pour all his anger just now. You can see all of us are not happy. We are not happy. You can see the smiling and laugh. We are laughing is hunger laugh, hunger smile. But we don't know what to do. It's coming about to just end so that people can bust out. I said it last time that the country should shut down. Let's shut everywhere down so that when we shut down, they will think what to do. Because the way I see the country, nothing is moving at all. Not area you can go now. I'm proud of it.
The only thing that is sure in Nigeria is day and night.
Yes, day and night and breeze. We are just roaming about the country. You move here to Abuja, Abuja to here. Everybody's complaining, including the big man, the poor man. The reason is that it's like we are enjoying it.
Are you not surprised that Nigerians are not complaining as it were?
We are complaining every day now. We complain every day. Look at people that spoke. Look at the person that spoke last. DBC. Everybody's complaining. Everybody's complaining. I complain a lot every day. Things are not working the way it's supposed to be. And our old man, Baba, is coming out to say Nigeria is okay. What is okay? Okay of kidnapping. Okay of destroying. Okay of hunger. Okay of destroying. Okay of killing. I imagine Buhari yesterday interview said Nigerians are happy under his watch. We are sad. Oh my goodness. Not let me use bad word against my own father. Anyway, my name is Lucky. I don't forget my name. I don't know be Lagos. You can never be. I'm part of Edo. I don't tell you like. Very soon, I will carry my family.
Don't go Edo. See, every forest, especially in those states, have been taken over by terrorists.
Everywhere, now, even not only forest. In Lagos, everywhere, city, everywhere, nowhere. See, people are saying Tinubu, we hate Fulani. I ask them question, who voted for Tinubu? Who Tinubu take as running mate? How would the Fulani go? It's a Fulani. Are you getting me? So, my brother, I am not going to talk about politics now. I think Tinubu are the same worst human being. Both of them left PDP. Okay, let's say I think we left PDP. Me Tinubu could die and throw Jonathan away. Today, they are now different way. I bet me. The only person I trust is Obi, but I don't think Obi will have his way. But the way it's going now, Nigeria can make mouth, but the door 40, they will not come out.
I think this time there will be a change. This time around.
If you want to change, let them go back to the base, not social media. That's my own. Look at Ekiti. I was expecting change in Ekiti. What happened? Same APC. Collecting money, 10,000 naira because of hunger. Everything is zero. My brother, that's why let me talk my own. I am looking for a job. Let me go and work. So I'm not there inside house. I have to go and wear suit every day, going around. And that's what I mean. If I look for a driver job, I can drive. And that's what I mean. But no driver, nobody's employing. They cannot pay salary. What do? Even the job I learned as barber, I told the barber there is no money to rent a shop or even a buying of tools to work. But the point, they cannot employ you. If they employ you, how many people coming to barb? No light, nothing. No light. Then you can't buy fuel. Fuel is 200 naira, 180, 300. Imagine somebody said 300. So now, where are we? Nigeria is supposed to be boiling now. Let the youth come out. Let's come out. Let everybody come out. Let's start protest. Let's shut the country down. That's what they need now. Forget APC, forget PDP, forget whoever. Let the youth come out. We have everything in this country.
Okay.
Why are we suffering ourselves? Tomorrow they say US, America, they are passing the same place. They are passing the same thing. It's a lie. Buhari, you need to go.
Okay, let's
You
look
need to go.
Designate Ipob as terror group. Buhari urges Western allies.
I bet the man should go and sit down. He don't know what he's talking about. Instead of it to face the reality, how people will
what's
eat.
the reality?
The reality, how people will get fuel. The reality, how people will eat for their stomach. The reality, how do we get water? The reality, how our students, they are at home. They are at home now. They are hungry. Nothing is working. You are talking about IPOB. My brother, the man, see, Buhari need to sit down and think. Because we are just watching him. We want to finish for 7 years. It have been 8 years. And just for nothing. I blame the youth. I blame Nigerian people. Look, what concerns IPOB with his government now? Because the Igbos are not reacting. But they are just watching. Keep quiet. Otherwise, let riot start. Let everybody. This is not IPOB matter again now. It's everybody business. Let everybody come out. Let's come out and push this government away.
Some are saying
I'm not afraid to talk.
by your PVC or by protest.
Forget PVC that we money. What in Ekiti? Who pay pass win the vote? Let's 2023 should be cancelled. Yes. Let NSAS, more than NSAS, come out and remove this working wicked government. It's a wicked government.
But there might be chaos.
Let it be chaos. Let it be chaos.
Nothing can work under chaos.
Let me tell you. Take it by force. We should take it by force. Yoruba, Hausa, Igbo, Edo, everybody, let's come out. How can we be shocked? You are telling on the guys you're enjoying under your watch. And everybody's quiet. Nobody's talking. To challenge you is a lie. President, you are there for nothing. There is massive weight.
He said he has secured. He said the military should secure the release of captives.
That's what you have been saying every day.
It's an executive order. He gave an executive standing order.
Which he has been giving executive standing order every day. The meaning is that when the head is rotting, the dog can't walk. The president is not working. Army will not work. They are embezzle the money before they go 2023. That's what they are doing. And the youth are sitting down, making noise. Internet. What is internet? Let's come out. Just the way we are shouting now. Let everybody come out. The youth, the labor, human rights. Come out. They will not get to kill you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Lucky.
Yam. No yam again, no. Because nobody go to farm. No yam. Indomie. 3,500. How much are they selling Indomie before? 500. Indomie. Everything has become. My brother, I win for this country. I win for this country. I cry for this country.
Okay, thank you very much. I have Oluwawan. Oluwawan, good morning.
Come on, Christian, what's happening now?
What is happening on the street?
The street is very, 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 very dull. No money in the street. The street is not as before. Things are getting out of hand. Everything is hard. They keep on harder and harder.
Why is it like that?
Because of the system is getting poorer. There's no food in the street anymore, no money in the street anymore. The government don't even care about us. All their own is election. We are good with like no voting. Because we are hungry in the fucking street house.
Okay, do you think there's hope? Is there hope for Nigeria?
There is hope, because when God is alive, there is hope. With God, there is hope.
With God,
there is hope. But with this present situation, there is no hope.
Buhari came out yesterday and said that his regime has Nigerians enjoyed more.
What can they say? What can they say? They are all bloody liars. What did I say? I said we are in a fucking situation. We are hungry. All Nigeria is hungry, including me that is standing here. I'm very hungry now. I'm very hungry now. I never taken anything since yesterday night.
Is that why you cannot?
I cannot voice out. And the president came outside yesterday and said we are eating a lot of food. Where is the food? We are hungry. Nigeria is hungry. Nigeria is getting to a place that everybody will not come out to the street and march to the west side.
And a hungry man, does he have power to
You don't have power, but the one that have power will hold the other one that don't have power. To march to the Aso. Because see what this president is saying. They are all of them are cooking liars. They are liars. They are fucking liars. And God will punish them 100 times.
No.
God will punish them because without punishment, they won't realize that mistake. They are letting millions of Nigeria in a hungry department, squeezing our stomach. Nigeria is out of the system. It's like we're going to change that name.
Okay, let's look at ASU. Federal government has done nothing to warrant the suspension of the strike. The expression on ASU.
ASU, the students supposed to go have marched and block ASU rocket. Don't sit down at home waiting for government. Take action, wicked action. You are sitting at home, no solution, and the federal government don't want even to listen. March to the government house. Come out from your house and march to the government house and block everywhere. Let the whole world know what is happening. Because the government is not sincere. They are criminals.
That is the government.
Their children is outside, schooling outside. So they don't care about us here.
Okay. Terrorists have surrounded Nigerian forests.
It's a very long time ago. The whole forest have been occupied.
The governor of Ondo State.
Ondo State was the first person that said open grazing is zero. And Fulani men should live in forest. Now set Abuteku. Now they now revenge with our massacre. Excuse me. They revenge with our massacre inside the church. The whole Nigeria forest is invaded by the terrorists. The Fulani agenda, that is Osman Dafodo agenda. Many years ago, they said they will occupy Nigeria. Now is the time to occupy Nigeria. So we have to stand up and defend ourselves. The whole forest, no more farm anymore. That's why hunger now increase. And the government is under their support, under their guidance. Where is the soldier? Where is the Air Force? They know the whole Nigeria forest now occupied. They drove all the farmers out. If you are not keen, you will run away by yourself. And we are in the sea, in Nigeria. We have to wake up before the Fulani take over Nigeria. That is Osman Dafodo plan.
What are Nigerians supposed to do to wake up?
Now, we have to enter the forest by ourselves. Because the government is not there. They are collecting money. They are even giving them arms, giving them uniform.
Do you have any evidence to back down?
You know, they capture some soldiers. They are sharing uniform to Fulani S-men with our gun, killing us inside the forest. Nigeria is out of hand. We need a new hand. This hand can't save us anymore.
Okay.
We are suffering and smiling every day.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. You are welcome.
With that, we are coming to the end of the program. This morning, yes, it's a tiring day. We thank you for being part of the program and also watching us wherever you are. Don't forget we're on Facebook, FlipTVNG. We're on Instagram, FlipTVNG, and also we are on YouTube, Flip TV. Subscribe and click on the notification button. Yes, to Flip TV. Okay, I will say bye for now till tomorrow as we meet for another exciting edition of the program. Bystanders at the distance. Thank you.